Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video on my channel. I am Adam, and this is the grand debut of Battle of the Beast New Generation Battle, starring me. So yeah, this is episode 1, and today's, the debut battle, which I thought is a rather suitable matchup, is Gryph, the Feathered Fiend, versus Zulok, the Winged Spirits. So, with all battles in round 1, they'll be taking place in the combat arena. So don't worry, the landlord has given the combat arena to someone else, so it's another landlord's problem. A little inside joke for me here. But yeah, with this new generation tournament, there'll be something a bit different going on with the with each battle. And that would be my good friend Lucas and his co-host, which we'll find out in only a minute, because not even I know. We'll be doing the stats. And then after that, we'll be going straight into the battle. So I'm just going to get any extra points to say out of the way. I know which one I want to win, because I like one, I hate the other. Well, not really hate, but dislike. But both of these beasts are very good in my opinion for what they are and what they do. They're not the worst of the bird beasts. But Gryph I do prefer more over Zulok. But with that being said, I got nothing else to say. And now I'm going to be taking an awkward 5-second silence at each part of... Now I'm going to be doing an awkward 5-second silence at each new generation battle. But with that being said, let's get to the stats.
Thank you, Adam. Hey guys, welcome to Battle of the Beast tournament, and for the first time in all of these tournaments, we are doing the stats. So, without hesitation or ado, me and my co-host Prince Impus will fire away. And first up, we've got Gryph, the Feathered Fiend. In the borderlands of Gwildor are 4 beasts charged with the duty of protecting the Broken Star, a magical amulet of immense power. Beasts like the giant bird Gryph, her wings tipped with the crystal blades, who will stop at nothing to keep it out of the hands of evildoers. I gotta say, with these type of stats on here, I'm looking forward to see how this fight goes. Of course, we've got ourselves Gryph, and she is a very formidable opponent with those icicle appendages there that I would assume are these those like spike appendages that pop out. But aside from that, I think it's going to be an interesting fight. As you can see by the bladed wings, the loud screech attack, the ice beam, and the talons, and a few other abilities on that roster, it's a pretty good set. Along with these stats, I think it's going to be a very close fight, so let's see how it is. Let's get on with it.
At first glance, Zulok looks like a simple large bird with a sharp talons and a wicked beak, and eyes that shine so bright any intruder is temporarily blinded. Though she does not seek a fight, she will protect her unborn young to the death, even if that means destroying honorable questers like Tom and Eleanor. But with these certain rules, I believe a bit of bird prey won't get in the way, so she'll be a bit more destructive on those patterns. But if an honorable opponent comes along, she's willing to play by the rules. So best of luck to Zulok on this fight. But I think my money might be on the Gryph.
3, 2, 1!
Gryph versus Zulok. Let's get into this. So, as both the chamber doors open, both the beasts burst through the sky exit door thing, and they make immediate eye contact to each other, flapping their wings, and Gryph starts out instantly by shooting out an ice beam directly towards Zulok. Zulok senses it and sees it and dodges it very quickly, flashes the underside of one of her wings, and sends out a blinding light towards Gryph. Gryph shields it with his feathers and uses the metal bits just to reflect back towards Zulok. And Zulok lowers her wing to stop the light because it was blinding her. And Gryph charges up towards Zulok, while Zulok is just flying away around the arena whilst Gryph is gradually getting up behind. And Gryph goes to swing her wing towards Zulok, and using the metal tips, just nicks the back of Zulok, nicks Zulok's back, causing Zulok to screech in pain. And Zulok turns around, shows the light towards Gryph. Gryph tries to shake it free, and just can't see where she's going. Shoots an ice beam towards the light. The ice beam hits Zulok directly in the chest, knocking her down to the ground. And Gryph is able to fly away from that light. She lands on the ground and starts making her way towards Zulok. And Zulok is able to get back up, see Gryph making her way towards her. She stands on her legs and shows the light from her under wings and her chest towards Gryph. Gryph covers her eyes with her metal tips and closes them as well, just to reflect the light towards Zulok. And while she's doing that, she's shooting a very ice beam continuously towards Zulok, that keeps pushing her backwards. Zulok's trying to keep her balance though, just keep blinding the light, and letting out an ear-piercing screech to mess with Gryph's head, just to make her stop with the ice beam. But it doesn't seem to be working, just reflecting the light back, hitting the stadium walls, not really doing any damage though. And right when Gryph is up close to Zulok, Gryph uses one of her legs, grabs onto Zulok's talons, grabs onto one of Zulok's legs, and pulls it from underneath her, causing Zulok to fall down to the ground. Gryph then angles her wingtips, and goes to bring them down onto Zulok. Zulok is able to move out of the way, not in time, but to avoid her chest from being caught. But Gryph actually pins her wing down, causing Gryph to not feel anything in that wing anymore, but pins it down to where Zulok can't get away. She lets out a screech in pain, and Gryph goes for Zulok's head this time, but misses and hits the ground instead, while Zulok's able to roll her head away. Still letting out the screech and showing the light towards Gryph, face on. What Gryph does is that she gets her wing that's not pinning Zulok down, reflects it out of her eyes towards Zulok's eyes. Doesn't seem to be doing anything though. And what Gryph does, she lifts one of her talons, moves it to where her wing was that's pinning Zulok down, still pinning her down, and uses her leftover wing to slice at the joint at the bone that's connecting the wing to the feathers, causing Zulok to screech even louder, and the light starts to dim out from where the wing thing was. So Zulok just lets out all the light from her chest instead. And what Gryph does is that she gets her metal tips and starts dragging it down through the chest, and the light starts to dim. Zulok's still screeching. Gryph still shaking her head from the pain here. Just moves back a bit, releasing her grip off Gryph. With Gryph's wings unusable now, she goes to reach for Gryph's leg with her talons, wraps her talons around under Gryph, pulls backwards, causing Gryph to fall backwards. Zulok struggles to get up, gets on top of Gryph, and goes and opens her mouth wide enough to where she could just bite over Gryph's neck, biting down, making major pain for Gryph. Just Gryph screeching as well, shooting an ice beam to try and reach Zulok, but it's not working. Zulok is pinning Gryph down to where she can just try and snap at the neck. But right before Zulok does that though, Gryph moves her wings to where it just slices at one of Zulok's legs, and another one slicing at the neck just over here, just nicking it. Zulok releases her grip off Gryph to let out an ear-piercing screech, and Gryph is able to just push Zulok off. Zulok is lying on the ground in pain, and Gryph towers above her and sticks her tips into Zulok's chest, pinning her down right through the chest, through major organs as well. Zulok is still somehow alive, just screeching her heart away, and Gryph is like, that's enough of that, and shoots an ice beam directly into Zulok's mouth, causing Zulok's eyes to go wider and wider, and more bluer and bluer. Like, the insides of Zulok is starting to go blue, her eyes are starting to turn blue from all the ice that's going inside of Zulok, to the point where Zulok just completely freezes. Gryph removes her wingtips from Zulok's chest, and using her talons, she lifts her foot and crushes it down on top of Zulok's head, crushing her beak, and just for luck, just decapitates Zulok as well. So with that being said, Gryph has won the debut battle of Battle of the Beasts, New Generation, and Zulok has lost. If you think Zulok should have won, please comment below why you think that, but unfortunately, as normal, my word is final, and Gryph is the winner. So with that being said, hopefully this sounds like a good start to the New Generation tournament. Let's see what the next battles have planned, but it won't be for a while because I'm like to have my holiday, and then I'll get back to Battle of the Beasts, so that'll be in August. And with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, definitely subscribe, press that notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.